Alright, welcome back everyone. Got the Rolife Animal Story Series Lazy Coffee House. It's sort of like a key hook thing, but it's lit up. Got a little diorama coffee shop in there. I think I was browsing through things. It looked pretty cool. You know, it's more of a thin, let's say it's really a pretty skinny one. I'm not sure how detailed the coffee shop is in it, but it's looks like got some flowers and plants and whatnots in there, and a deer and a fox run a coffee shop. I don't know. I'm not sure what the narrative is on that. But let's pop her open. It feels fairly lightweight. Is there a star rating on it? No star rating on this one that I see. But it is age 14 and up, so shouldn't be super simple. AAA batteries, I like that. No button cells. And that's about all for that. Let's see what we can see now. There, and get it going. I think. Rusty screwdriver from just did a O-ring replacement on some of my old G.I. Joe figures, so I had one of their screws holding them together was very rusty, so I had to replace that. Let's see here. Got pretty neat little pictures and whatnots on the box. And it does come with some sort of glue. Looks like about half a bottle. There's a big old bubble in there. But, so there's gluing on this one. Okay, got the plants and the moss. Some of those cheapo plastic tweezers. There's our one of our figurines, and a crown, plant pot, little colorful stick down here. I'm not sure what that's for, but it looks pretty cool, whatever it is. Yeah. And miscellaneous tools and bits and bobs. Okay, this one may be a little more complicated than I thought. We got our sort of outside decorations, it looks like. And there's the flowers is the yellow part. More cutouts and whatnot. There's our main frame. I don't have a ruler that big. Maybe a foot tall, give or take. That's got to be our lights and whatnot. Okay, I get to do some more cutting. Okay. Okay. I got our, and then some. Looks like a veneer. I don't know if that's a peel and stick or not. That might just be a sticker rather than a veneer. Yeah, but it's got yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just a printed sticker. And then a shaded, I guess that's our window. Alright. Let's see what's in our magic box of mystery. I'm sure just the battery pack and some LEDs. Oh, I forgot to turn on the overhead light. Hang on. Yeah, it's a little more brighter. Let's see. Yeah. Got a click button. And I don't see any LEDs in there, so it must be back here. Yeah, looks like there's a few wires in there. Okay, that's it there. I don't see any. Okay, oh wow. The lights are on prongs. Oh, this is going to be a new one for me. I can get find one again. I have not seen this before. Ought to be at a whole new interesting level to our. There's our LEDs. Okay. that's, well, like I say, that's going to add a whole new level to our game tonight. But this set, cool. Like I said, I thought this was going to be a simple, I didn't think it was going to be a breather, but I thought it was going to be like pretty straightforward. Pop it together and have a thing. Okay. So now I know why it's a 14 and up. Put this in here so it can keep falling off. Still going. There it went. Okay, so I'll get out the first couple of steps of pieces and we will get rolling on that. Be right back with that. Okay, here we are. Yeah, this is not going to be on the level of the Cyberpunk Book Nook or anything, but this is definitely a bigger chunk than I intended to chew. The pieces, I've dumped them all into bowls so I can easier to, oh yeah, I got one more piece, I forgot, to sort of sort through them and find them rather than trying to find them in the bags. I say they're all, you know, I say slightly easier to find in that. There is a pretty extensive list of, you might also need these tools that they don't tell you about. You know, these are included and these are what you need to make sure you do have. Trying to think. There's instructions on tips on how to do the lights, which I'm sure I'll read a little bit carefully, more careful when that time comes. But without any further ado, we get started. And I've got my glues, my cutting board, and my glue and acrylic ready to go. So let's jump right in with the cutting. So I've got already a piece of paper to cut. Like I say, nowhere near as extensive as the Cyberpunk one was, so I'm not too worried, but you know, it's just sort of, I was surprised at what I found when I opened this one up. Oops, doing precise cutting, need my mega magnifiers. I'll do the bottom one first. Should have left myself a little more meat on this one to hold on to while I cut it. But as always with me, it's all about living and learning. Alright. Let's do our verticals. I think I got them all. Just break it free. Take cap back on. And get off that last one somehow. There it goes, I think. Yeah, there we go. Alright, I got that guy. Okay, so that's out of the way. Well, I was aiming for the trash, but it ended up on the floor. You go back in here. Oh, I'm not done with the cutting board. I finally figured out what this is a cupcake. This little extruded thing. But you're supposed to cut off that end and make it. And it's sort of, maybe focus on it. So you can see it's a cupcake with sprinkles in this profile. Maybe. No. Oh well, maybe I can show you after. But we are supposed to cut a 4mm section. Those are inches. Yeah, they're all in inches, and that's. Let's see. No. Oh, looks like. Got my spot in mind. About here. Okay. I can do slot. Okay. Now. And I think that's the last of my knife cutting I need to do, so. What I'm gonna do, rather than sliding it back and forth all the time. If y'all bear with me until I get my new Surface, which I've got it in my cart, I just hadn't pulled the trigger on buying it yet. I'm just gonna use this as my Surface, I think. And next step is get some glue going. So get out my old trusty Gorilla Super Glue with the brush on it. You and you. Pick that one up. And we're making a wooden wagon. So we're supposed to those two on top of that one, and then brought together with this one. And I'm thinking, as small as these things are, best thing to do is going to be just, I hurt my fingers so I can't even get real good pressure on it with that. So I'm going to do it this way. That's the goal, something like that. So a little glue on one side of that. See if this is going to even open for me. Nope, not without pliers. So grab the new bottle that I hadn't broken yet. I was trying to use up my old bottle. Get that cleaned off real good. There's hardly anything left on it, hopefully. And fair supply on there. And line it up in pressure. Okay, it looks like, let's see, yeah, it looks like this is flush, but this is not. May not focus on it with all the extra. This may not work just to get the thing to focus on the pieces I'm wanting to focus on. It looks a little proud right there on this end. But I think that's within tolerance. So, you know, I think once we get it's all said and done, I don't think that's going to matter. As long as I got one nice smooth side, that's what I'm aiming for. So I want to make sure I keep this side lined up pretty. And that'll be the top. Okay, so do all that again. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was a little worried when I was thinking about doing this set today that would only last a day or two. And we wouldn't get, it would just be going from one project to the next real quick, and I don't really like doing that. Okay, so this side I want to be flush for sure. Pressure there. And I got it crooked. I think they're both crooked, so that's alright. That's all. Just going on to this next, and that's, like I say, I think it's going to be fairly well camouflaged. So next is to get that on. Okay, I think I can do that. Like that. Yep. Like I like it. Oops. Lean out a little bit further. Alright. Got that, and I'll pull some of that excess glue there, make sure it's not going to get all over me. Okay. Now, supposed to put this guy on here. I'm really worried about the ones in the middle lining up. Looks really good actually on my display. And for this, I'll break out the old Beacon 3-in-1 Advanced Craft Glue because I'm really enjoying this stuff at this point. And my squeegee. Clear the nozzle. And just so I can make sure I'm doing it the right way up. There's one side is cleaner than the other. Actually, they're both pretty bad. Relatively speaking, they're not bad, but they're just not perfect like I'd like them to be. And just as little of this stuff on here as I can get. Let's see if I can show you how little I'm trying to use here. I can't get it catch any. Like there's just the essence of glue on there. And down. Right. And get me a little bit of glue. I need to clean out a couple of strings. Okay. And set you aside for a second because I think we're going to work on the axle. Okay, so and if you do that, these things, what I would call wheels, are known as prismatic beats. I don't know. I don't know what Google Translate told them. They called them that, but that's what they're they are in the instructions as prismatic beats. We're supposed to fix them on. How far are we spacing them? 16 mil apart. It says to glue them in, but they feel pretty stable so far. Of course, I have no idea how long 16 mil is. Other than a little more than 1.5 centimeters. That looks about right to me. And I'm going to see if I can do these without messing up those. Yeah, feels good to me too. This one. Okay, I will try and get a drop of glue in there on each one of those, just a little bit of reinforcement. Just a little around the edges there on the inside. And then okay, so I'll give that a few minutes to dry. Let's see if I can do something else while it does that thing. Get to work. I can work on the wire. Okay, supposed to get flatten out 10 mil, or I'm assuming that means a centimeter. So from there, this is stuff flat. Oh yeah, it's flattenable. Of course, mine are. These any? Okay. I don't know. I dropped something. I heard it hit. I don't know what it was or where it went. Okay. Get one without the textures on it to. Okay, like I said, it flattened out pretty well. Must be, well, it's silver. It seems like it'd be steel. It must be a really soft steel. Okay, and we're supposedly take this and bend it around. Make a handle for a wagon. It seemed Okay. Maybe close on that. Let me nip that off and see if we can't fine tune it a touch. Okay. That's not too bad. It's fairly close. But, like y'all know, if I'm dealing with wire, that means it's bonding time. So, it's supposed to go on the end with the coffee cup. So it's something like, it shows it going to the inside. It shows a much smaller hoop, but I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm going to let that go with like that. So, get my bonding out, and I'm going to be greedy and try and do one on each side. See if I can't hit them both at one time. Maybe. It's close. I can't see on the back side of that one, so I'm not sure if I hit it or not. Alright. It appears to have worked. I wonder if I'll knock it off before it's said and done. That's a safe bet. There we go. We got a handle on our little wagon. And it's had a few minutes to dry there, so let's go ahead and trim some of that excess off there. And yep, should have done this before I put the handle on. But I think I'll be alright. I think I can get that enough of that off. Let's see if I can do this from... Alright. That's all cleaned up now. Cap back on you. Let's see where to put... There's the axles. And for some reason, it's saying to cut the bottom off that plate. I see no reason to do that. Got a good surface there. Good surface there. Yeah, that seems wasteful. Is there any aesthetic reason not to do it? Could put our cupcake in there and see. No. I see no reason to cut that plate and make my life more difficult. So I'm not going to do it. Oh, wait a second. They're not saying take the bottom out of the plate, they're saying take the lip off of it. Okay. Now let me do a quick scan through here. Because I've done this before. And they've actually used that excess. So that's going to change. I forget what, I did some project with it and it, like I said, I just drilled a hole out. Okay. I do not see anything else. Okay, so they're just making... But that also comes up against, can I cut it out to make it look like a decent plate when I get done with it? And my assumption is going to be no. If they'd given me a spare one, I'd give it a try, but at this point, I'm making the exact decision that cupcake is just going to be on a really big plate. So, let's put us a dab of old beacon in the bottom of the plate and mount our cupcake. I'll let it dry. Let's clean the nozzle up. Okay. Pull that down while I put the dab in the bottom. Make sure I get my cupcake right way up. And there's that. Okay. And likewise, a dab of glue on the serving board here. Our plate on there. Let that dry up a bit. And let's see, I think I'm at the point now where I need to stop and let this glue set up. So I'll be right back and we will wrap up this step that's taking a whole lot longer than I thought it would on a project that is going to be much more complicated than I thought it would be. So we'll be right back with that. Okay, I think it's been a minute or four, and I think these are as stable as they're going to get. Yeah, and there's room for both of them in there. Cool. So next step is to separate them. And got some distance on that one. I heard where it hit, but I don't see it yet. Okay. Yeah. And this side. Okay, so there's one set of axles, and there we go. Found it. And the other set. So we want them probably about like that. Yeah, sort of. I'm going to put them sort of in line with those things. So a couple more dabs of my old Beacon 3-in-1. There. There. And here. Oop. And here. Got a bunch of strings going around everywhere now. And get my handy dandies. A little bit easier to. I think I'm going to put them flush towards that side. Okay. Should have used the super glue because that would be faster. Okay. Looks like this sets up pretty quick, so I won't have to wait too long on that. I hope. Sure That looks, yeah, I think that looks about right. Oh, let me get my, I'm gonna go crazy. Down there. Yeah, I think that'll be stable enough. And then it's supposed to go on the back. Like that. So, sort of get a couple of dabs on here. See if I can get it without back corner there. I see why they want us to cut that plate down now, because you can't hardly see the tray, but I want it facing, according to the picture, sort of facing out like that. Let's see if I can get a yeah. Actually, they want it. I think I'll stick with this one before I run out of time, because it's already getting tacky. Alright, so we do that. And now we're supposed to do my favorite thing. Take some of these things and sort of put it in there. And I hear you. What are you looking at? Cut one off about right there. That's still too long. Get some of this more stringy ones, I think. Okay. I think I got this one already out, so I'm going to use it too. It's got a nice little curve to it, so I think it'll, if I can get it to coax it down in there, maybe on the front here. I think I see a hole. I have just one wild cowlick of it going up like that. Alright. Okay, like I said, I was not prepared for the level of intricacy of this set, so I'm going to call it quits there tonight. You know, I could keep going, but it doesn't. It looks like I'm going to make a whole lot more progress tomorrow. They don't look very complicated. I think I should be able to get significantly more done tomorrow. I can't imagine doing worse. But like I said, we got our little coffee cart and cupcake decoration there. And that's sort of step one. It's not, you know, it's one of those, it's not steps, it's like tasks. You do the coffee cart, and now you get the chimney, and the fox, and the signs, and then plant. There is sort of, I think it'll be interesting. Ooh, I just saw something I don't like seeing. Having flashbacks of the Christmas one. Okay. It's to make the potted plant. Oh, well. I hope I only have to do that once or twice. Okay, but anyways, that's where we'll call it a day. Pick this up so you can get a better view of it. Maybe. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.